Welcome, Pisces. This is your weekly focus for April the 16th through to the 22nd, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, let's turn to the cards before we're here for a few hours as cards fly out of the deck, and see what they tell us about the energy and how to use it in a positive light in order to go forward. Oh, the King of Cups appears. Dad appears. So this is the stereotypical dad in the deck, okay? So he makes sure that you are safe, that you are protected, that you have food on the table, that there is a roof over your head. Dad makes sure that happens. And part of Dad's job is to make sure that after you leave the nest, after you go out in your independence, that you are going to be good, that you are going to be safe, that you are going to have a roof over your head, that you're going to be able to eat. So Dad asks those questions. What do you want to be when you grow up? Where are you moving to? Is it a safe environment? What's your plan to go forward? What are you going to do for money? What are you going to do for work? Who are your friends? Are they good people? Do they support you? Dad wants to make sure that there's no big gaping holes in your plan. And he'll even ask you, why are you taking that with you? You haven't looked at that thing in years. It's just going to weigh you down. So you're looking at the plan, you're looking at where you are leaving the gaps, the people that surround you. You're looking at going forward and how that looks collectively, not just one part of your life, but all parts of your life. Eight of Wands. Wow. It's time to start your engine. It's time to, we shoot those wands. And so each of those wands represent different dreams of ours and different versions of our dream. And we're just going to shoot them into the heavens and follow them and see where they land and then take it from there. We're going to go with the flow. We're going to see what appears. So this could be a trip out of nowhere, an adventure, a journey, a new journey in life. This could be where you completely mix up your routine. You take a new route to work, you're stopping at a different place for lunch or your coffee, you're trying new places to do your walk every day. You're joining new groups. You're experiencing new things. Seven of Swords. Stop taking the baggage with you. It's time to leave the baggage behind. It's time to simplify. It's time to take what you need and only what you need going forward. You are headed into, we're going to a circus here or something. Look at all those tents at the end of that path. So let's go. Let's have some fun. But realize here, we're going to have fun. We're going on an adventure. So you could be going on a trip or an adventure. You could be, that's a definite possibility here, making vacation plans. Or it could be one where you broaden your life experience in some way. You're leaving those two swords behind. You know you won't need them. You're only taking the necessities. And you're solo in here. So it is really about owning your individuality and what you bring to the table. Now, that's not to say that there's not groups or anything. We are going to this big, huge place where there's all kinds of people that we are going to interact with. So we have to know our strengths and our abilities so that when we get to that big fair that's happening at the end of our road, that giant party that we are going to be going into, that we are going to form relationships and we are going to co-create in many ways. So it's knowing your gifts and your talents and not bringing in any extra. Work and career. Oh, we have the Tower for work and career. What? Now, when the Tower shows up, where's Pluto for you guys? The 11th house. That Pluto goes retrograde on, I believe, Sunday. And I always think of Pluto when I think of the Tower card. Because what happens is Pluto tears down those walls. They explode, they catch on fire, the lightning hits from the sky. Excuse me. But it's never anything that shouldn't have left your life. So the Tower is actually that that thing that weighs you down, and if you're not being honest with yourself, it's a harder road to walk here. But it's taking away something that is holding you back from true abundance, true happiness, true joy. So if you have your own business and you are running into problems within that business, take it back down to the basics. Okay? This could be relationships. This could be the rebuilding of relationships. This could be forming new bridges within your relationships with people. Maybe you have always worked solo and now it's time to join that large group and involve yourself in teamwork for the first time or again. What defines you? So if you are a beautiful dancer, then maybe you're going to start teaching dance lessons. What defines you? It's moving into brand new directions. It's tearing down the walls that have been limiting you. It's tearing down the walls that have been limiting you. So be prepared for closure on things, endings. And know that the new beginning is going to be miraculous. And if you can get in front of this energy and start doing it yourself. Maybe it's your finances. Maybe you've never really budgeted yourself before. Maybe now it's time to work out a budget and, put some money aside for a trip, for fun time, for joy and happiness. I have this tickle for you guys. I don't see it as something to be afraid of. I mean, there are things like plant closures and people lose their jobs every day, and so I don't want to say that won't happen, but likely it will not happen. It's probably more so because I see the people so much in this one. So it's new relationships within work. So it could be a little uncomfortable. Or it's what you've always done at work and now you are going to be moving into a new field or a new part of work. It's a new floor with new people. I get a very positive feel out of that card, so I don't want anybody to be thinking, oh no, I'm going to lose my job. Or if you lose your job, be very happy because you're going towards abundance. You're going towards the happiness. I mean, just let those dreams fly. They'll land. Just follow it. Just believe in it and expect it. Love and relationships. Oh, the Knight of Pentacles. You're kind of standing back a little bit on this one. Relationships. Defining how people should treat you, your value, your worth. Do you want to go forward in this relationship? So it's looking at, I mean, this could be a soulmate, yes. And never think that the soulmate can't leave. They'll come back again probably one day. But because they are your soulmate. It could be a soulmate. It could be a lover. It could be a parent, a best friend, a child, a sibling. people at work, people in the neighborhood, your tribe, your clan, your home, your circle, your inner circle. I think you are looking at how to increase value within your relationships with others. So maybe it's connecting, making your group larger, or bringing in new people, or so there could be new relationships here. But it's kind of slow and steady here. You're kind of at a pause. You're definitely at a pause here. You're not going forward, and that horse knows you're not going forward. It's not even trying to move. It's just waiting for your cue to move. So this is a time to back it up a little bit. Meditate, pray, reflect on your relationships. Where is the abundance within that relationship? How do they bring in support or happiness or joy into your life? Or passion and sensuality? How do you do that going forward? How do you want to do that going forward? What is the path you're going to take within the relationship? Spirituality, the Nine of Swords. Well, be careful when you are trying to meditate, because probably you're going to be thinking of everything except for something good. Watch the unconscious chatter that goes on in your head all day, telling you that you're clumsy, or you're unorganized, or you're lazy, or you're a procrastinator, or you're just not good enough, or you'll never be able to develop that talent, or you'll never be able to pay all the bills off, or you'll never step into that relationship, or you'll never be able to grow that relationship, or you'll never get that job opportunity, because it's a bunch of hogwash, okay? This card says it is. This is not allowing fears and anxieties to push you into the decisions that you are making. I think they're actually choking me for that one. I had it right on the I had it right on the head. See your worth, see your value, see what you bring into relationships. Don't let small worries, fears, anxieties rule your decisions. Don't let somebody else's agenda rule your decisions. Tap into your intuition, tap into your higher wisdom. You know what's best for you. And through your meditations, through your reflections, through your prayers, you will come to an understanding, a revelation of how to bring in true abundance into your life. How to strengthen your voice. How to grow your community, your tribe, your clan, your family into a solid team. Health and well-being, the Ten of Pentacles. Well, you should be feeling great this week. You should have a bounce in your step. You should be, I mean, this is your yes card. This is whatever you are hoping for when it comes to health and well-being. And, you know, the one topic that I've been revisiting, especially for the later signs, is the stress. Sometimes getting rid of the stress in our life, the worry, the concern, the fears, the anxieties, when we can release that, when we can let that go. So, you know, whatever the worry or the anxiety, imagine it as a string that is connected to your body, and ask the angels to come down and take their mighty swords and sever it so it can't regrow, that it's unattached, that you give it up to God, your angels, your spirit guides. Whatever the anxiety, whatever the fear is, just recognize it for what it is and see that angel's sword sever it, and it's no more. It has lost its power over you. Because this is your yes card. So where you want to relieve yourself of stresses and fears, it is possible this week. And I strongly advise you to try that meditation. But this is also setting some new goals and visions of your tomorrow when it comes to your health and well-being, whether or not it's changing up your routine or eating a little bit more healthily or adding exercise or raising the bar on what you already do. But I see the great wizard grandfather holding the newborn. I see the couple in the background. So I think it has a lot to do with relationships once again. Your community, your tribe. So make sure you are making affirmations out there about and goals about how you're going to deepen your relationships, strengthen your relationships, grow your relationships. Until we meet again, and find abundance through it all. I mean, look at those pentacles. Okay, there's true abundance to be had for you. Absolutely. And I think it's through the connections of others right now. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.